Today marks 8 years since the country lost the iconic struggle veteran Nelson Mandela. As the rest of the country and the world marks this occasion, reporter Ronald Masinda visited Drakenstein Prison, where South Africans are remembering and honouring Mandela's legacy. He joins us now. Good afternoon, Ronald. You've spoken to several South Africans on their memories of Nelson Mandela as we mark 8 years since his passing. What are some of their fondest memories?
Good afternoon, Funda. Well, many South Africans are still calling the late Nelson Mandela as the father of the nation. They say that they'll remember him, especially during these difficult times under the COVID-19 pandemic. We visited Victor Verster, formerly known as Victor Verster Prison, Drakenstein Prison, where a number of people had flocked there. The large statue that has been erected there of Nelson Mandela. People were taking pictures, and a lady that we spoke to earlier said she had very fond memories of Nelson Mandela. She says that he was a beacon of hope for many South Africans who lived through apartheid, and after he was released on the 11th of February 1990, she remembers vividly that particular day, saying that she was at work and that she basically had so much hope for South Africa since Mandela's release. Many people that we spoke to say that they remember him as a man of peace, a man who promoted, peace and togetherness for all South Africans, not just black Africans or coloreds and Indians, all South Africans. And this is what that lady had to say earlier.
I was working in a shop, and everybody was just excited about Mr. Mandela. They haven't seen him in person, but the day when they see me, they feel free because they know that he sacrificed his life for us, and he bring a big difference to our people. Now I also feel like a South African. In 1952, it was the hardest when my parents' houses was pulled down. And my youngest brother, he was born outside. And since Mandela came, he bring the change that I can walk where I want, I can stay where I want, and I can do what I want. And I salute him for that.
And what did former leaders have to say about the former statesman?
So we also heard from Ronnie Casserols. He also served as a cabinet minister. He says that, although Madiba will be the first to admit that he made mistakes, but they knew that he was the true leader that South Africa really needed at the time, especially following the 1994 election. But Mr. Casserols also going on to say that, things would have been probably a lot different had Mr. Mandela been around, given the difficulties many people are faced with poverty and also issues of corruption within government, because he would have strongly condemned what is taking place in South Africa at the moment. And those sentiments were also shared by Michael Lipsley. He is a social justice activist. He was also around during the time when Nelson Mandela was released. This is what Father Michael had to say.
I did have the privilege of meeting him a number of times, and in fact he wrote the introduction to my own memoir as well, Redeeming the Past, and another one, Priest and Partisan. But I first read The Struggle Is My Life, and when he was still in prison, and that helped me, inspire me to make the struggle my life. But there's another particular quote that I always remember of him, and it relates to being in prison when he said that he realized that if he did not leave hatred and bitterness at the prison door, he would remain in prison. And so that inspired me when I had to deal with a bombing, that I realized that if I was filled with hatred and bitterness for the rest of my life, I would also be a prisoner in my own heart.
No, thank you very much, Ronald. That's our reporter, Ronald Masinda. That's in Cape Town, just getting some of the fondest memory of our former president, Nelson Mandela.